Right. So first things first, you want to make sure that you have your personal account set up correctly and make sure that it's an all-star account. In short, make sure that you fill up as much information as possible. Optimize your personal profile first as much as possible. As you can clearly see, I have filled up all the information here on my personal page, and you want to make sure that you do not leave out anything because it really is attached to your company page. Once you completely update your personal profile, the next thing you want to do is create your LinkedIn company page. And for that, we'll go here on top right corner. It says work. We'll click here, and all these options you see, view more LinkedIn products. Over the years, LinkedIn has come up with various tools and services which they have mentioned here: learning insights, post a job, find leads, ABCD. We're not really interested in that right now. We will go right at the bottom and say create a company page. As we click here, we are taken to this page here where you have four possible options. If you're a small business, fewer than 200 employees, medium to large business, or a showcase page where is sub pages associated with an existing page. Or last but not the least, you can also create a page for schools, colleges, and educational institutions. Right, so what we will do, we will go to small business. Let's take this as an example with fewer than 200 employees. Let's say, for example, you are a startup founder with only 2 employees. So you land up on this particular company page builder tool. Let us now quickly fill up some details. Name, we'll say page for YouTube viewers. And as you can see, as you type the name on top, automatically that also goes as a slug, which is your extension to your domain, which is LinkedIn/company. This really helps in SEO. It becomes easier for LinkedIn to identify and pull up your page on their search engine. At the same time, you can also find your page on Google. And also, it is more relevant and meaningful to share such a link with your potential employees, or let's say with whosoever you want to share this detail with in the future. Next, we'll quickly fill up our website. In our case, we'll say this: industry, e-learning, company size, because we are saying we are 2 to 10. This is what we'll click here. The good part is that even if you are one employee, you can always create a page ASAP. Company type, you'll select here the different types of companies available. In our case, let's say we are a privately held company. Next, you want to make sure that you optimize. As a part of optimization of your LinkedIn page, you also want to make sure that you fill in as much information as possible, as I mentioned earlier. You also want to upload your logo. Next thing you see is a tagline, and they've also given you an example of what you can fill in. A family-run accounting firm that promises you won't lose sleep over filing your taxes. Again, short, crisp, immediately talking about the benefits that would accrue to your potential customer. And if you click the question mark here, use your tagline to briefly describe what your company does. This can be changed later on. Something like that, and you quickly click on I verify that I'm authorized representative. And as you fill in all this detail, you can also see a page preview on the right hand side as to exactly how your page would look to the common man. And the next thing you do is you simply click on create page. And once you click on that, you can see the page builder tool that opens up and tells you exactly how much information still is pending for you to optimize your LinkedIn page. And again, LinkedIn wants you to put in as much information as possible so that it becomes easier for the audience to identify what you do and what services you provide. And that is why you see here it's mentioned on average, completed pages get 30% more traffic. So in our case, we have 5 remaining things to complete: description, location, custom button, and your first post and hashtags. Again, if you quickly scroll down, you'll see how your page looks like. Again, this is a super admin view. So this page is only viewable by you or any person whom you have allocated as an admin of the page. So let us now quickly finish all these details. We add description here. We add description here. something like that. And we go down and say, and again, guys, if you do not have a website, you can simply click on this. My organization doesn't have a website. In our case, we do, and so we are going to uncheck that. Next thing you want to share is the year you founded your company. In our case, we'll say 2022. So we'll say online courses. So you want to make sure that you create some of the keywords and put them as specialties. Once you're done, hit on save. Now, there's one thing I want to quickly show you before that is something known as CTA. If you go to buttons here, you see the button name is visit website. You can always change that from the drop down. So some of the options available to you are contact us, learn more, register, sign up, visit website. It really depends on what you want to achieve via your button on your LinkedIn company page. And you can see here, it shows you visit website. Let's say if I do register, and if I go down, you can see the button preview as register. So in your case, if you're hiring and if you're really looking at your company page whereby you are generating leads for your internal stakeholders, which is your future employees, then you can toggle this as on. In our case, we'll leave this at off because we just want to create engagement and a buzz on the platform. The next thing you want to do is you want to mention where all you have an address. Should you have a physical address? Next, I go to hashtags and simply just type in relevant hashtags that are important for me. Add up to 3 hashtag topics that matter to your page. In our case, we'll say, and we click on save. Now we're going to click on featured groups and see what we can do here. Again, a featured group is nothing but, let's say you have a LinkedIn group whereby you have already created a community and you are creating some buzz. You want to make sure that you link that feature group with your page. Next, we go on to manage languages, and you can see the different languages. You can also add more languages. By default, you have English language, and these are all the options you have here which you can add on to the page. You see here, as soon as you fill up all the information and optimize your LinkedIn page, automatically you see you have unlocked invite to follow. Grow your audience by inviting your people to the community. And now you can see already there are certain posts that are pulled from the hashtags that you follow. A hashtag your page follows is included in this post. Now, next thing you want to do is you want to put a cover image, one of the fancy cover images that you can pull up from Canva or from any competing tool. One of the biggest advantages of having a LinkedIn page is that you can now even engage in LinkedIn marketing, which is where you can create ads for your target audience. And so you also have a robust system where you have a lot of these admin tools. For example, you have content where you put in all of these details and the platform will give you possible content that will really resonate with your audience and with the kind of work you do. And the activity section gives you exactly what all you have done so far in terms of, you can also filter that in terms of requests, comments, mentions, posts, shares, reactions, and analytics. So as you can see with the super admin view, this is the backend of my LinkedIn company page. Professional training and coaching and all of this information, I've made sure that I've kept it same and similar to my personal profile.